Good morning and welcome back to HBWN. I am Drew Jenkins.
And I'm Haley Hendricks. On today's show, we'll find out the Wildcats glow in the dark. We look back at the AP Assembly and bring you a special story from the LPGA tournament. Plus, WCSN gets us caught up on all things Wildcat Sports. Today is October 4th, 2011, and you're watching Har-Ber Wildcat News.
Our top story. Lindsay Coulter and Hunter Puglisa spent a few days at the LPGA PNG Beauty Classic, and even though they were surrounded by thousands of people, one person in particular really stood out to them. Here's their story.
The PNG Beauty Classic at the Pinnacle Country Club brings lady professionals, fans from across the world, and smiling faces. But this isn't your typical smiling face.
Nice country club, nice people, and nice community at the PGA Tour, ladies.
This year at the tournament, Lewis volunteered as a greeter at the 17th green entrance. It was a great opportunity for Lewis to get out of the house and interact with his community.
We just moved here in February, so it's really good to him to get out and congregate with the people.
Lewis was born with hyaline membrane disease in his lungs. By the time he began kindergarten, they knew he would never be past a 3rd or 4th grade level.
To me, he doesn't have a disability, but yet he does because there's certain things he doesn't understand. And money-wise, you could tell him it's $100 if that's what he has, and it's probably 10, he'd give it to you, things like that.
Despite his disability, Lewis, at the age of 34, is giving back to his community and is an inspiration to others.
I think it's great. I wish more people would do it. It kind of inspires me to do the same.
Lewis enjoyed his time working at the tournament and is hoping to come back and volunteer again next year. For HBWN, I'm Lindsay Coulter.
Great story, Hunter and Lindsay. We have 2 more stories from the LPGA we will be bringing you.
We have a lot of first things at Har-Ber, but none quite like this one. All I have to say is black lights.
Today marks the end of Spirit Week. HBHS students have been dressing up and getting excited all week for our rival game against Springdale tomorrow.
Har-Ber students are used to pep rallies for the big game, but last week Stuco threw something new into the mix: black lights. The black lights definitely increased the student body's excitement for the game.
After another successful pep rally, the Wildcat student body is excited for the game. Looks like a good year for the Wildcats. For HBWN, I'm Cassandra Jones.
If you want to see the pep rally in full, just see clips from it and go to our Facebook page and like it, Har-Ber Video Productions.
What is better than making an A in an AP class? Cold hard cash. Abby Peterson went to our AP Assembly and brings us this story.
On September 27th, teachers and students gathered in the PAC to reward AP students who excelled on their exams. Every student who scored a 3 or higher on any AP exam received $100 for each exam passed. One of our seniors, Zach Ford, was awarded $400 for passing all 4 of his exams and hopes this will help him in his future.
This will help me get into college, I'm hoping. It looks really good to have AP exams, passing them on your college application. And these tests, they get you prepared for real-world application, everything that you need to know.
Along with Zach, multiple students received various amounts of money and praise during this AP celebration. Assistant Principal Michael Shepard was excited to see all these succeeding students.
This is one of the most fun celebrations that we do all year long, because what we get to do is we get to celebrate our students' success. We get to celebrate our students excelling and going above and beyond.
If you take advantage of the great program that's been put in place here, you can choose where you want to go and you will be successful.
All AP and pre-AP students were invited to celebrate the accomplishments of their peers and to get motivated for their upcoming exams this spring. Overall, there was an extraordinary amount of $14,000 awarded to the students here at Har-Ber High. For HBWN, I'm Abby Peterson.
Har-Ber is one of the leading schools in Arkansas on AP classes, so make sure you take advantage of these opportunities.
AP classes are awesome. You can actually shave a year off of college by taking certain ones. That saves huge money.
Speaking of money, Har-Ber was money versus Springdale, and our WCSN crews were there from every angle. Coming up after the break, Carter and the boys get us caught up on football.
All right, cut. Great job. Great. All right. That's the end of filming. You did a great job. Great explosion off the jump. You did great filming. That's all I removed.
Good job. Great job.
Whoa. What are you guys doing?
We're shooting for the Offshoot Film Festival.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Welcome back to another segment of WCSN. I'm Carter Henson. 2 weeks ago, the Wildcats took on crosstown rival Springdale. Matt Bowen brings you the highlights.
In a physical battle of Springdale, it was all about the Wildcats' defense. After a Wildcat turnover, 4th and goal on the Har-Ber 1-yard line, look at the stop by the Wildcat defense. Ensuing drive, Tucker Lee takes the handoff and busts through the Springdale defense for a 34-yard gain. Same drive, John Vaughn connects with Michael Fine for the 11-yard touchdown pass. Har-Ber leads 7-0. Into the first quarter, John Vaughn takes off for a 17-yard run. Start of the second quarter, John Vaughn finds Nick Byrne for the 5-yard touchdown pass. Har-Ber leads 14-0. Later in the second quarter, Jesus Sedone kicks a 23-yard field goal to take a 17-0 lead. The Har-Ber defense was relentless. Here's a sack by Seth Gates. Now some pass defense here by David Carr, knocking the pass down. Now in the fourth quarter, John Vaughn hooks up with Adam Bolin for the 4-yard touchdown, and he had a lot to say.
How did it feel to score that touchdown? It was my first time, very magical, I almost cried afterwards. And that win tonight, how did it feel? It was amazing. Thank you, Adam.
Har-Ber wins 31-7 over crosstown rival Springdale.
Thanks, Matt. The volleyball Wildcats also took on Springdale and defeated them 3-1. That does it for all of us here at WCSN. Back to Drew and Haley at the desk.
Thanks, Carter. That game was pretty awesome.
Okay, before we go, let's take a look back at every student's nightmare, parent-teacher conferences. Teachers pile up into the rotunda and the cafeteria for parents to come and talk about grades and attendance. The objective is to build relationships between the parents and the teachers.
Sounds scary to me.
Okay, let's take a look at what we're working on for next week.
Next week is our special homecoming show. We will show you everything homecoming you can imagine. The queen, the game, the dance, the parade. We were there at all of them, and the cameras were rolling.
All right, I'm Haley Hendricks.
And I'm Drew Jenkins. See you next week.